Bene's Bloody Bits.
Welcome to Triple B. My name is Jason Bene, and today I want to talk to you about the brand new issue of Delirium magazine, issue number 39. This is a magazine that's done by Charles Band and Full Moon Horror. It's something that's been going since 2014, so we're about to enter our 11th year. And I'm proud, periodicals, magazines, physical media, it's something I grew up with, whether it was Fangoria, Gore Zone, Delirium. There's still a lot of different magazines out there, Rue Morgue and Scream. But as much as I love doing digital stuff like YouTube, I still have a place in my heart for magazines. And issue 39, the cover story is HELLBOUND, HELLRAISER 2, which is my favorite of the series. I do love the original one. It is flawed at times, and actually the sequel is too, but HELLBOUND takes it to a whole different arena. The labyrinth of horror, it just opens up the mythology so much. And that's something I've always appreciated about that film. My contribution to this issue is an interview with actor Malcolm Danare. He was best known for The Lords of Discipline, and he did a couple 80s horror films that I really enjoyed. One is Christine, and the other one is The Curse. But let's get to Christine first. So John Carpenter was hot off of Halloween, The Fog, Escape from New York, The Thing. Now he's in Stephen King territory with the story of Arnie Cunningham, the nerdy boy that he's not popular. He's got the glasses. He has no confidence. He sees this car in the junkyard and it speaks to him. And he builds it up, redoes it, makes it look good. And in traditional guy fashion, gives it a name. Men tend to do that with their cars, give it a girl's name. But Christine, his confidence grows. The cars gets restored, body by Plymouth, soul by Satan. It takes over him, turns him into somebody who's not very nice. There's a group of guys in high school that pick on him, that destroy Christine. But obviously, evil never dies. And Christine brings herself back from being, busted lights and defecated on. And one of the people that destroys Christine is Malcolm Danare's character, Moochie. And so Malcolm and I do talk about his role in the film, little tidbits about when he runs down the road and Christine's on fire and is, chasing after him, how John Carpenter gave him little cues on the road to look at. If you've seen the film, you know that he dies a grisly death, but in the film it is off screen. One of the major changes between the novel and the movie is that there's a corpse that's in the car in the novel that is not used in the movie. Carpenter thought it was a cliche at the time because the corpse had been done recently in American Werewolf in London. So Christine, obviously, when people think of John Carpenter, it's not the first one that comes to mind. It's kind of second tier with like In the Mouth of Madness, Village of the Damned, Vampires, Ghost of Mars. But obviously a memorable movie that's gotten better with age. And then we jump to The Curse, also known as The Farm, based off the story by H.P. Lovecraft. It was done recently as a film by Richard Stanley called The Color Out of Space. It's completely two different movies. As far as Richard Stanley, if you know him, he directed Dust Devil. He also made The Island of Dr. Moreau before he got fired, and Hardware as well. But with The Curse, you have this meteorite that hits this farm. This gelatinous goo comes out, infects the crops, kills the animals, and turns the humans into kind of zombie, monsters. Now, the director, ironically, is David Keith, who Malcolm Danare, they worked together on Lords of Discipline. But this is an Italian production. So Ovidio Icenitas is the producer. He's best known for making the film Piranha 2: The Spawning, and he fired James Cameron somewhere along the way. It's kind of this infamous story that everybody knows about. But so you have this Italian-American co-production. You have a director who really hasn't done much. But if you look at the theatrical artwork for The Curse, in the producer's credits, you'll see a name that says Louis Fucci. That's actually Lucio Fucci. He's credited as a producer. He did some sort of makeup consulting on the film, which I never really knew he knew how to do that stuff, but obviously he's got a background. His films have a lot of makeup effects. But there is a rumor, if you believe it, that he might have directed some of this film. And that wouldn't surprise me because if you look at the makeup effects, just the gore and the way it looks, it's like an Italian horror film made in America. And it definitely brings back memories of Fulci's, 4 greatest films: The Beyond, The House by the Cemetery, City of the Living Dead, and Zombie. So there's some great stories that Malcolm gives on the set. Claude Akins, when they had craft services and it was time to eat, it's time for lunch, right? They had a long day at work. He would make them food. I have read online that Will Wheaton did not have a great experience on the film, coming straight from Stand By Me to this film. But Malcolm Danare, underrated actor, not known for a lot of films, but the 2 that I keyed on with this interview, because I'm the big horror junkie, is Christine, is The Curse. You got literary adaptions. You have Stephen King and H.P. Lovecraft, the 2 titans of horror, Christine and The Color Out of Space. I do think The Curse is a good double feature to watch with Richard Stanley's version, The Color Out of Space. Completely different visual looks, where Richard Stanley's is more purple and vibrant colors and uses CGI because that's an option, where The Curse is more, practical effects on set. Just that shows you the differences between where horror has come and where it's going. So anyways, Delirium issue number 39. Everybody, it's a small band of people, no pun intended, that work on this magazine. It's available at fullmoonhorror.com. Support physical media, support horror films, support YouTubers. All that stuff is good. But anyways, Delirium 39, Hellbound, Hellraiser 2 on the cover. I have an interview with Malcolm Danare. We talk about The Curse and Christine. And I got some stuff coming for another issue of Delirium. If not the next one, the one after it. I have an interview with someone who's passed away. It's an interview I've had on my voice recorder forever with Uli Lamel. We talk about the Boogeyman, the Devonsville Terror. I have an interview with Gary Sherman on Poltergeist 3 and a retrospective on Sleepwalkers with Mick Garris. So the next 2 or 3 issues of Delirium, those are going to be what I've sent in, and hopefully you read and enjoy and support. And thank you guys for watching. Stay scared and talk to you soon.